Sorry, I'm a little bit late. I'm so sorry. I was I'm not gonna say what I was doing. Playing Candy Crush. Okay, lie down on your backs. And let's get going. So we've got a 3 times warrior flow. So we're gonna use 3 types of flows to end up in warrior 2 for this class. So you can lie yourself up, down on your back. My back is a bit sore from my 3-time warrior flow from yesterday. And bring your feet in underneath your knees, take your legs from side to side, and that's why they think we're gonna go to look. So I'm dressed in all black, but my top looks purple, and Louis dressed in all black, but his pants, trousers looks purple. So it looks like we color coded ourselves. We have not. We're just all dressed in black today.
It's funny.
And my mat is actually pink. It's not an illusion. It is an actual pink. It's actually Gillian at the gym's mat. Because I forgot to have my mat at one time. I go back to the middle. Tuck your chin in, feet underneath your knees, and just bring one leg into the air in a straight line. The other foot can be on the floor. Just hold it there and stretch, but don't grab the leg. You can move a little bit. I had a very dramatic night last night, so I feel a bit ugh. And just give it a stretch without pulling on it with your hands. A big stretch.
Context.
Oh, I should probably give you some context. My one child, Peter, just woke up and had such a headache. He cried and he couldn't move and he couldn't sit and he couldn't lie down. I got a little bit of a fright actually. We had to walk around the house for an hour. And bring it back. Other side, straighten it out, but don't hold on to it. You can engage the quads to straighten out that leg. You can move a little bit in the joint. Has everyone been enjoying their 50% off meals? Yes, me too. And a big stretch. And bring it back. Soles of your feet together. Let the knees fall open. So whatever I did yesterday, I am definitely feeling it today. I can feel it in all my muscles. Everything is a little bit tight and sore today. You can roll from side to side to open that up if you want to. And bring the legs back. Roll up to a seated, onto your hands and knees, and into a child's pose at the back of your mat. So the first one is a little bit of one we did Friday, where we bring the leg through into a side plank, or just bring it through and hover it to the opposite elbow if you don't want to go into a full side plank. So that's our first flow. So we'll do everything. I think we'll do it 4 times. I think we'll have enough time to do each one 4 times. So let's get going. So it's a 3 flow into warrior, ending into warrior 2. So just push into a cat step with cat stretch, drop your shoulders forward, lift up your back, and shrug your shoulders back into a cat. So a cat is a little bit of a shoulder shrug rather than a dip into the back. Shrug the shoulders forward into a cat, hold, cat.
No, cat when you come back. So.
This is cat. This is cat. This is cow.
You said cat there as well.
I'm sorry. Okay, tuck your toes under, downward dog, and just stretch it out a little bit.
What's this?
People, I am definitely feeling it today. Navel to spine and just walk it out. And if you remember, there's 2 ways to stretch the calf. calves, there's a straight leg one. And then if you bend the knees a little bit and push the heels down, that is the other one. Okay, so the first one we're doing is we're lifting up the left leg. Squeeze the bum to lift up that leg. And then we're going to open up that knee, drop the foot. So like we did last week, nice little twist. Open that knee up. You can squeeze that knee higher by using your glute. So if you squeeze your glute, that knee goes higher. And we're going to bring that through to the opposite elbow. Now you can stay there, or you can put the back foot down and lift up into your side plank. We're just going to hold that, not do any movements. And back to three-legged. Slipping on my pink mat, three-legged downward dog, squeeze the bum. Tuck that same leg into your chest. Bring it to the front of the mat. Put the back foot down into warrior two position and windmill your arms up into warrior two. So that's the first short warrior two sequence. Bend that front knee in, knee out, back leg strong, hip open, and hold. Come in, navel to spine, shrug the shoulders back. And we're going to windmill the arms all the way back to the front of the mat, step it back to downward dog. Downward dog, walk it out. And then when you're ready, we're going to lift up the right leg, squeeze the bum. Tummy in, navel to spine. Open up the knee, drop the foot, and see if you can get a knee lift. You can open up that hip, but keep the chest down. And then if you want to drop the standing foot, you can. See if you can get a stretch. And bring that knee to the opposite elbow. You can stay there. Or you can put the back foot down and go into a side plank. Navel to spine. Turn it back to warrior three. But do put your feet down first if you feel you're going to fall.
Is this warrior three?
Ah, sorry. Downward dog three. Three-legged downward dog. Tuck it into your chest. Bring it to the front of the mat. Put the back foot down into warrior two. Windmill your arms up. And knee out, hip open. Warrior two. Shoulders back and down. And hold. Windmill your arms forward, hands to the front of the mat, step it back to downward dog. Child's pose, and just rest your wrist. So that was one of the three sequences. We'll do that one again quickly. Shrug the shoulders back, shake out the wrist. I obviously need to not do child's pose and stretch my quads. My tight little quads, but big quads. I'm holding a food diary now. Now that I have technology on my wrist, I have a food diary. Okay, I forgot to put my thingy on. So, and even after we've eaten at the Turk's Head, I still had calories left yesterday. So according to my app, I should lose a lot of weight. It's not happening, but we'll see. Okay, onto your hands and knees, tuck your toes under downward dog. Navel to spine, walk it out. So we're lifting up the left leg again in a straight line. And then opening up that knee, drop the foot, and just do that hip stretch. Back twist, chest looking down, and if you squeeze hard, you can get the knee lifted, get the glute going. Tuck it in, cross it over to the opposite elbow. You can put the back foot down and go into side plank, or you can just hover there with both hands on the floor like this. Push it back to three-legged downward dog. Tuck it into your chest, bring that leg to the front of the mat, put the back foot in a warrior two, and windmill your arms up into warrior two. Shrug the shoulders back, find your warrior two, knee out, and hold. Drop the shoulders back and down. Windmill the arms forward and step it back to downward dog. Lift up the right leg. Open it up. Lift that knee, squeeze the bum. Chest down and hold. Bring that through to the opposite elbow. Again, you can just stay there or lift up into your side plank. Push it back to three-legged downward dog. Tuck it into your chest. Bring that foot to the front of the mat. Put your back foot down into warrior two and hold. Hips forward, shoulders forward. You can look to see if it's straight, knee out and hold. And now we're going to windmill the arms and step it in to the front of the mat to bend legs. Roll it down. Enjoy that stretch. And roll it up all the way to the top. And relax. Okay. The next one is a goddess into warrior two. Yay, very exciting. So a goddess into warrior two, so you can take your legs nice and wide. Find your goddess legs. And we're not going to stay in goddess long. It's not that much of a goddess. So you can bend your knees, start to go down, and I would suggest moving a little bit to get those knees out, to get those hips to loosen up. So wiggle it from side to side. You can put your hands wherever you want, but if your knees box in, kind of hold it out a little bit. Whoops. Squeeze your bum. Navel to spine. Shrug the shoulders back. And hold. Squeeze the bum. We're just going to take a nice deep breath in. Bring it back to your chest. The next one you can straighten out. Take a nice deep breath in. And bring it in to your chest. And hold. And then obviously the last, not obvious, the last one, take a nice deep breath in, but stay again. And squeeze your bum into goddess. Straighten out. Turn your any foot out, keep that turned out, and just turn your back foot into warrior two. Take a nice deep breath in, keep your legs straight, and then go into a warrior two. Knee out. Again, really is not going out today. Tummy in. This bum, the back one is tucked in, and that's going to open up your hip. We're going to lean back and go into a dancing warrior stretch. Bend that front knee in. You don't have to go far. And back to warrior. Bend that knee in and straighten out. Turn the feet back to goddess. Take a nice deep breath in and wiggle yourself down into a goddess. Squeeze the bum. And we're going again. You're staying down, taking a nice deep breath in, coming back to your chest, navel to spine. The next one you're going with it. Lift up your, straighten out your legs. Lift up your legs. And into a goddess. The last one, you're staying down. Take a nice deep breath in and into a goddess. Straighten out. Turn. So the other foot stays turned out. Turn the opposite foot into a warrior two position, and into warrior two we go. Again, everything nice and straight, shoulders back and down. Bend that front knee in. We're going to slide back into that dancing warrior, into that stretch, and come back to warrior two. Bend that front knee in and straighten out and back to goddess feet. Take a nice deep breath in. All the way down and wiggle it down into goddess. Once you find your goddess, hold, tummy in, tailbone in. Stay there, take a nice deep breath in. Shoulders back and down. Hands into goddess. The next one, you can come with it, straighten out the legs. And back into goddess. Last one, stay down, take a nice deep breath in. And back into goddess. Straighten out. Turn the back foot into, I'm moving out of the mat. Turn the back foot in. The other foot turned out into a warrior two. Bend into your warrior two. Hold. And lean back into dancing warrior. You can bend that front knee in if you can, knee out. And back to warrior two. A little bit more bend in that front knee. And back to goddess feet. Take a nice deep breath in. Wiggle yourself down into your goddess. Find a nice comfortable goddess. Now hold the goddess, take a nice deep breath in. And bring it down. With the next one, you can straighten out. Inhale. And exhale down. With the last one, you'd stand down. Inhale. And exhale. Straighten out, turn out the other foot. The back foot into warrior two. Arms up and into warrior two we go. Lean back into a back bend. Back to warrior two. Bend that front in and straighten out. Step it in to the front of the mat. And that's the second warrior. Done. Hello. Almost done. Second warrior done. Love it. So the last one is a warrior three, stepping into a warrior two. So find your balance on your mat. And we're going to lift up the right leg, or let's do the right leg, or the one that's going to, if you step that leg back, it's going to turn you into a warrior two, facing the front. So I don't know which leg that is. Quickly figure it out. If you step back, which side? Or turn yourself so that if you step back on your right, you're looking at the laptop. I don't know, it's so difficult when I can't see anyone. Okay, find your balance. I'm going to do my right leg. Okay, shrug the shoulders back. Make sure you're nice and square in your feet. Lift up your right leg to the front. And then we're going to pivot the torso forward and that foot back into a warrior three. You can do with your hands whatever you want. Squeeze the bum of the back leg. That's going to lift the leg up. The standing leg can be bent. Don't worry too much about that. And step, hold. Take your hands down to the floor, bend the standing leg. Keep that back leg lifted. Squeeze that bum. So this is a nice little bum squeeze. Hips looking down. Navel to spine. Now very slowly and gracefully step it back, that back foot into warrior two. Make sure you're in position. And then windmill your arms up. Woo, to the top. Shoulders shrug back. And front leg bend. Again, we're going to go into a dancing warrior. For that stretch, bend the front knee in. And back to warrior two. Windmill your arms to the front of the mat. Step it in to bent legs at the front of the mat. Hold that stretch in your back. And roll it up all the way to the top. Shrug your shoulders back. And we'll do the other side. So I'm going to do left leg. So when you find your balance on your feet, lift up the left leg, find the balance. Start to pivot back the leg and pivot forward the body. Squeeze the bum. And then take your hands down to the floor. Keep that back leg lifted. Navel to spine. Squeeze and lift. Now step that back leg back into warrior two position. Make sure it's safe. Windmill your arms up. Hold warrior two. Slide back into a dancing warrior. And windmill your arms all the way back to the front of the mat. Step it in to bent legs at the front of the mat. Roll it down. And roll it up all the way to the top. Shrug the shoulders back. And we go again. Okay, so with the second lot, if you can find your balance, you can start pushing your arms forward in that warrior three, or to the side if you have the balance or not. You can just have it on your hips or in your chest. That's completely up to you. So find your balance. Lift up your right leg. Start to push it back, pivot. Find your warrior three. You can use the arms if you want to. Squeeze the bum. I looked around now, so lost my balance, don't look. All the way down to the floor. Keep that leg lifted. Squeeze that bum. Step it back into a warrior two position. Windmill your arms up. Use your core to lift you. Find warrior two safely. And then back into dancing warrior. Navel to spine. And windmill your arms all the way to the front of the mat. Step it in. Knees bent. Roll over your knees. And roll it up. All the way to the top. Shrug the shoulders back. And we'll quickly do the other side again. So find your balance. Lift up your left leg. Find the balance. Start to pivot. Push it back. Pivot, pivot, pivot. Lift that back leg. Hands to the floor. Keep that back leg lifted. And step it back into a warrior two position. Windmill your arms up. Find warrior two, shoulders shrug back. Into dancing warrior. Last nice big stretch. Bend that front knee in. And windmill your arms to the front of the mat. Turn that back foot in and step it in. Bent legs at the front of the mat. Fold over your legs. And roll it up. All the way to the top. Okay. Stay to the front of your mat. Keep your tailbone tucked in. Feet forward. Make sure your feet's forward. That's second toe looking straight ahead. Take a nice deep breath in. Shrug your shoulders back and down. Chair pose. Let your knees right over your toes. Let your heels stay down. And then all the way down, keep the knees bent. And then once you're down, you can straighten out your legs as far as you want. You don't have to have it straight. You can have it bent, just go for that stretch. Bend the knees in until your bum is down and you can sit yourself down. Some people can just do that Sit yourself down on the floor. Okay, we're gonna do cross our legs. So you have a choice. You can do the lotus or the half lotus, Danya, not full lotus. And we're just going to lift up our bum. But you can lift up your bum without having your legs into lotus, because what you're looking for is just to lighten the bum. So it's only so someone can take a piece of paper and do this underneath your bum. So you're just lifting it up a little bit to let the spine drop slightly. So that's the plan. So you can normal cross your legs, or you can go into half lotus only. So find your half lotus, sit up nice and high, nice and straight with your spine, lighten the load. Bring your hands into your chest. We're gonna slide forward. So if you are in half lotus, you will feel this in the top thigh of the leg that's on the top, at the top of the thigh of the leg that's on top, and bring it back, straighten out the spine. Sit up nice and high. Now take your hands to the floor next to you. Preferably, I have to be on my fingertips because I've got short arms. And lift up your bum. Just hover it above the floor, navel to spine. Just let that spine drop. Lightly put it down, and now try and stay light on that spine. Try and just hold it there. Then just switch sides if you were in half lotus. So switch legs. If you weren't, you can just stay there. Cross the leg over. Oh, this is not my good side. Hands, so nice and light again. Hands into your chest. We're going to slide forward again. Be careful of your ankle. So if you feel it more in your ankle than in your thigh, then your half lotus probably isn't beneficial to you. And slide it back all the way to the top, nice and light on your back. Take your hands to the floor, lift up your bottom, and just be light on that spine, navel to spine. So tuck that tummy in like you're going into a cat stretch. Now lightly put it down and try and keep light on that spine. Try not to put all the weight back. I know it's impossible, but imagine it. And then just stay navel to spine, stay light, hold it there. And let your leg go. Bring your feet in, soles of the feet touching. Hold on to your ankles, not your feet, because you're going to pull your toes up. Get it nice and close to your bum, and then sit up straight. Push your legs down with your arms. And try not to look down and bend your back, look straight ahead and pivot forward. So you're just pivoting to the front of your seat bones. And just hold that stretch. You should feel that in your back and inner thighs, depending on which one is the tightest. Maybe you feel it, really. Inner thighs, I feel it in my back. And pivot all the way out. Now again, sit nice and light. You can pull on your legs to pull yourself up like we do when we do a hamstring stretch. Sit nice and high. Try and get those feet nice and close. Mine slips on the pink pant. Nice and high. Now again, keep it straight. Pivot forward. You can push your legs down with your elbows. Navel to spine. And back to the top, nice and high. You can pull up, straighten out your legs in front of you. Flex your feet, engage your quads. Take a nice deep breath in. Shrug the shoulders back and down. And we're just going to pivot, keeping the arms next to the ear. So as soon as your arms drops, you've gone too far. You're not going to pivot far because you're going to have. Now, if you look down, your arms is naturally going to drop quite far because your head is dropping. So keep it straight, don't look down, look straight ahead. Your toes is the maximum down you're looking at. Shrug the shoulders back and down. Keep looking up and pivot forward, arms next to ears, and just hold it to your maximum. You shouldn't be able to go too far. Lift it back up, navel to spine. And shrug the shoulders back. Look up, pivot forward. Keep the arms next to the ears. And lift it back up. Now you can drop your arms and you can slide it forward into a comfortable little forward stretch. And keep the shoulders shrugged back. You can hold that. Stretch. And roll it back up all the way to the top. We are done for today. Take a nice deep breath in. Enjoy your Tuesday. See you all tomorrow. Have a lovely day. Whew. That was a sweaty one. Bye.
You've done your yoga.
I have done my yoga.
Wow.